Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medinah Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called No Sex During Ramadan. The ingredients: 4 cups of ice, crushed if possible, 3 cups of non-alcoholic margarita mix, 1.5 cups of Sprite, a 1/4 cup of grenadine, maraschino cherries for garnish, and some lime wedges. So you're going to combine the ice, the margarita mix, the Sprite, and the grenadine in a mixer, plus pulse 2 to 3 seconds at a time until it reached preferred consistency. If the mix becomes too liquidy, add a little bit more ice, pour the contents into the glasses, garnish with the lime wedge and the cherry. And that's no sex during Ramadan. And there's no alcohol in that drink because you can't drink either.
That sounds like some bullshit. I'm just gonna be honest.
I would add a little tequila in there.
Yeah. Well, we know who is not practicing Ramadan. That's us. Okay.
With my Islamic name. I remember when I had.
Did you ever do it?
Did I? And I remember I would go under like a jacket or something. I would find anything I could get under, and I would sneak snacks because you can't
hungry.
eat. I would be starving. I'd be like, why? Why we gotta starve? Why does
got
that prove a point? Why does starving yourself prove a point to Allah?
Let me tell you something. When people started talking about Ramadan, I had a flashback to this dude I was talking to, and I mean, obviously this happens every year, but I remember he had posted something on his Instagram story, and it was like "Assalamu alaikum" or one of them shits that they be saying, right? And I was like, is he Muslim? He can't be Muslim because we done ate some ribs together.
Pork ribs?
Pork ribs. He eating the strip. He got a dog. It was a lot of things.
You
I was like,
drinking,
no,
you
okay.
smoking.
Ain't no way. Why you saying this? I was just very confused. And then I started getting concerned when people was talking about not fucking because I was like, well, hold on now because I got plans. But, it was all cool. It's just, he was raised that way, but he doesn't subscribe to formal religion. And I was like, oh, thank God, because bitch is horny.
Give me that dick.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling anyway.
Y'all,
I hope I didn't offend you guys.
We got live shows. We got shows in different area codes.
We do. So if you're in the 404, you're too late because
there
it's
is
sold
no
out.
more.
Okay. Then in Charlotte, we will be there June 5th, Sunday, June 5th, at Charlotte Comedy Zone. And then July 20th, we'll be in New York.
At Caroline's. July 28th, we'll be in Philly at Helium. Get your tickets now. Stop waiting until the last minute, or else you're just going to be shit out of luck. You're not going to see the show.
Which I'm not about to pressure me into these extra shows.
You're just not, you're not doing it.
Because I always have some trips strategically booked around this.
I got some trips and some
surgeries. Okay. And so we have a very tight schedule this summer, okay? We can't wait to see you guys. I'm really excited about it. I'm nervous.
I'm so excited and nervous too. It's really weird. Like, I don't know, this go around, it's like I really feel like, I
feel nervous because like I need to have some hoe shit going on in my life so I can have something to talk to you. I mean, I see the comments and I know that y'all are upset with me and everything.
About what? What are they upset about?
Not sharing cocktails, but it's like, if no cock is going in my tail, what the fuck do y'all want me to do? Lie? And that's what I'm going to have to do.
And we're not really sharing a lot of our cocktails for the show right now because we do save them for Patreon, but also for the live show.
And also, I have to make them. Like, they're still baking.
Kiara is playing with y'all. You done made some, bitch.
I did.
You done had a few.
Well, I have something I'm going to share today.
Oh, you do?
About something. Yeah, okay. I have something
very
to
much
share.
Something.
Yeah, very much something. I'm tired of giving nothing. I feel y'all.
Y'all get those live show tickets now if you can. If you have your phone in hand and you have Wi-Fi, get them. Put the link in the group chat. Tell your girls to come. Bring your niggas if they single or if they looking for a unicorn. Also join Patreon. Patreon.com/cocktails for bonus content. If you just can't get enough of us on Thursdays, well, Monday we release bonus content.
Yeah. And then so I'm just feeling
temples.
I just got these faux locks and it's still a little tight.
They're cute.
Thank you. I had a debacle trying to get my tape ends out. Thank God I did, because it was like, it's like the memes when the girls are constantly canceling appointments last minute. And I don't know. She said she had an emergency.
What do the emergencies be?
To me, it didn't matter. I was just still waiting on my refund for my deposit because, like, I paid a deposit. You didn't provide the service. Okay, you had an emergency. I had to figure it out. So, like, refund me.
I'm not rescheduling. I'm not even coming to you no more. Well, I probably will, but
yeah,
it sucks when somebody's really good at what they do when they do that shit because you are like,
Yeah, because it's like, what am I gonna do? And then the whole stress of finding a new person is stressful.
The strenuous rules that these beauty techs have, I just don't think is fair when you don't get like a gift or a,
A
a
gift?
comp or a free
Oh.
service after they break one of their own rules. If you're
Mhm.
late, they're like $5 after every second. Okay, well, you're late, bitch. I went to go get my
Hey,
lash.
boo, I'm sorry I'm running late. I had to take my man somewhere. First of all, bitch, don't rub it in because we talk every 2 weeks and you know I don't have one.
Yeah.
So not only are you late, you're not comping shit, but then you also want to my man me. I don't like that.
I'm annoyed and you're late. What do I get from this?
Nothing. They're
I-
like, you want your hair done or not? They really be having the upper hand.
They really have the upper hand.
So what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I have to look at my notes. It's been a minute since we've been in here. Oh, I went and got tested. That felt good.
Okay. For
Is that
COVID or STDs?
STDs. You do have to
Oh.
ask now. And thank God everything came back negative.
Congratulations.
You know, it's always a very nerve-wracking feeling, like getting tested, because I am out here fucking. And it's not always protected. I'm like, am I going to be pregnant? Am I going to have something? And neither of those was the case. You know, when they're like, is there a possibility that you could be pregnant? I'm always like,
I be
no.
lying sometimes.
I be lying all the time. I will never forget in college when I went to go see the on-campus gynecologist. His name was Dr. Hood. I kid you not.
What?
Dr. Hood. And I was so mad because he was rude. And like he would be like, and don't be lying because that's how y'all start passing stuff around the school. And you think lying is making you look like a better person. But it ain't. I used to be like, why are you a real doctor or are you a pastor? And you're really out here trying to secretly do the Lord's work and tell all of us that we're going to, I don't know. But I got tested. Everything came back great. And it was a great discussion with the sex partner that I do have because niggas aren't as responsible with their sexual health like women are. They're like, oh, you good? I'm good. And I'm like, nigga, you're old and you're still thinking like that.
So what was the discussion?
I just asked him, like directly after I was tested, he was like, how'd your doctor appointment go? I was like, it went good. Because I initially went for like, I'm trying to figure out the hive situation.
Right.
And the doctor was like, do you want to just get tested while you're here? I was like, yeah, it's been a minute. So yeah. And I told him, I was like, hey, we never really talk about those things. Like we talked about it in the beginning for a split second. And I was like, you know, when's the last time you got tested? And he was like, why would you need to talk about that? And I was like,
so it's been a long time.
yeah, I was like, you don't have to feel embarrassed either. If it has been a long time, it's not like I'm gonna be like, nigga, fuck you. You can't put your dick in me no more.
You.
Yeah. So if you got something, well, I don't have it, but like you might.
If I did, well, that was my bad too, because I didn't ask.
Yeah, it's incredible how uncomfortable grown-ass men get talking about sexual health. And I'm like, are you uncomfortable because like you do have something and I just didn't get it yet? Or are you, and you're like, oh yes, like I passed again. Or are you uncomfortable just because like you don't really have these conversations? And I said, well, you know, unscrunch your face and try to get more comfortable because we're going to have more conversations like this because I'm about to start fucking other niggas. And so I think we just need to be on the same page as far as sexual health, you know, and pregnancy scares.
I agree.
Yeah. And so he was like, I mean, okay, you just always want to talk about stuff. And I'm getting sick of niggas telling me that.
I was just about to say, they're all telling you that you always want to talk, but it's like, why don't they want to talk?
Yeah. Like, what do you think I'm going to do? Just lay on my back? No.
Maybe that's what they want.
Well, you need to up the price then. If you need to pay for no speaking.
What's the price for no speaking?
I think that should be like a $2,000 fee. Because I do like to talk.
A month? A week?
Into addition to whatever it is that.
Oh, it's just an upcharge.
Yeah, just an upcharge. That's an add-on. I went to Spice House. If you guys didn't know, when we shot the commercial for the game, I'm curious to know. We shot it at my friend Cash's restaurant, Spice House. And so I've been trying to go to support because I really appreciated him for letting us do that. And while I was there, I met a guy and we started getting a little tipsy and he asked me if I would have a threesome with him before Ramadan. He said, we got to hurry up and get this in because Ramadan's on it, so you know I can't have sex. And I was like, is that what it's about? You just hurry up and get your sins out before? Does that still even count? If you're like, let me sin real quick.
That's how it is for Christians with Easter and Mardi Gras. Like Mardi Gras is Fat Tuesday. You get all of the stuff out. You do all the sinning the day before, you know, Lent starts.
That's interesting. 'Cause it's like, what is the lesson? Sin in a certain time frame.
I guess so. I don't know. Get it out your system because this is the holy season. I went to Houston.
How was it?
I had a great time. So I ended up having to have an impromptu trip to Houston that I did not plan because my passport is expiring. Well, was going to expire on Saturday. I'm going to Mexico. So I had to go in person. They didn't have any appointments here. The nearest city was New Orleans, but I didn't want to go there. And then I was like, well, what about Houston or Dallas? They said they had Houston, so I went. I was out all day on Sunday, like all day. I was hopping from place to place to place. I saw Voodoo Dick, not on Sunday, but I saw him on Monday, and it's been a while since I've seen him.
How was that?
Great. Such a nice young man.
Do y'all just fuck on site, or do y'all go get food first? These blinks.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But yeah, it was good to see him. It had been a while. We got a chance to catch up on life, And what else did I do? I met some new men.
In Houston?
Yeah.
Where was I at? You got to share the location.
I was specifically at 5015 where I was bagging all the men, and that's usually where I go. When I meet a lot of men, there's just so many of them, and you can see them really well because they're outside.
Mhm.
It's like an indoor-outdoor type of bar, and there were just so many tall men. And I was with my friend Jordan, and he was like, I'm not going to stand too close to you because I don't want people to think
Is he
that...
gay?
No.
Okay.
He's engaged. I am not doing coke, but my nose...
I mean, it is a cold day.
Yeah. And my allergies are acting up. Anyway, so he's like, I don't want to sit too close to you or stand too close to you because I don't want people to think that we're together because I know you out trying to choose. And I said, yeah. So he's like, show me, your CV. I need to see the men that you've had in the past. So I can get an idea of your type. So I was like, okay.
That's the type of friend I need.
So I pull up some Instagrams. He was like, got it. I already see what this is. Got it. I'm gonna help you. And I was like, I can't really see though, Jordan. Like, I'm short. He's like, well, I'm tall. I got you. Jordan was really a great wingman. And he was like, okay, I think it's time to go. You got 3 niggas here. And like, that's enough for one spot. Let's go across the street. And I was like, this is great.
Where was the fiance?
She left. She was with us at first, but she was like, I'm going home. She always goes home.
Okay.
Always. She was like, all right, y'all, I'm getting in this car because I'm going to the house.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very trusting.
I mean, yeah. I don't want somebody else's man. I want my own. Or a few of them.
That's a good way to be.
Yeah. So anyway, went out, had such a great time. I got to see my family, saw my dad, saw my grandma, saw my aunt, saw my sister, ate lots of crawfish, had a blast. I'll be back. Well, when y'all hear this, I'm there, I think.
I might be there too.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm overdue for a Houston trip. I went on a date.
Okay.
This is what I learned over these past few weekends, that I have met people from Hinge and actually gone and met up with them, and it never works out. And I'm starting to realize dating apps were created for the people, but not every people. Dating apps aren't for every people. They're just not. It's like dating apps were made for a specific type of person.
Socially awkward?
Socially awkward people. Created by socially awkward people. And so it's for people who don't really know how to go out and get what you want. I know how to get what I want. I just don't know where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shy to talk to people, but I've been trying to give the dating apps a chance. And I really do think I'm throwing in the towel once again, because it's just, I meet these weird ass niggas. I met this man, and what drew me to him was the fact that he was Indian and he was a doctor. That's what I wanted. We met and we went on a date. And at first it seemed very normal. He was tall. He was about 6'9". I was like, ooh. I was really excited until we sat down at the table and this nigga starts preaching like he is a mix between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. He's going in on like black issues. He's going in about vaccinated versus non-vaccinated. He sees my Gucci purse. He's like, black people shouldn't buy and support designer products, labels. And I was just looking at him like, he starts talking about how women in Atlanta just have it all wrong and you think you can be bought. Whenever men start having that conversation, I instantly am like...
Didn't he just get here?
I was like, when people start having that discussion about what other men are doing for women, I instantly think you are mad because you can't do it. Because there's no reason for you to have such a strong opinion about it. Just don't do it. Mm-hmm. Why you gotta debate it? So we're sitting here and he just starts these debates. I felt like I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to even go with him, because I was like, should I talk about vaccination? I don't want to talk about this. I was like, hey, look, you don't have to tell me these things. I don't care. And then I said, but you're talking about so many black issues. What are you? What's your race? Because you real Indian up in here. I wanted to get some curry, all of it. Girl, he tells me he's a black man and swore up and down. He was a Rachel Dolezal.
Where did he say he was from?
Chicago. Tried to Google him. I think he lied about being black and he lied about being a doctor. And it was the most...
Well, when you told me his name, I was like,
I think what happened was because he did talk kind of flavorful, and
what?
like he was flavorful. Like you could tell when people are influenced by Black culture, that's how he sounded. And I was like, were you adopted? Did you just grow up around Black people, and so you just want to say you're Black because you're that?
Was he mixed?
I asked him that. He said, no, I am African American. I said, so you're telling me that your ancestors are of African descent? We're sitting here at the table having this conversation. He said, yes.
Okay, so why didn't you believe him?
Because
I'm just asking.
When I even sent my friend Nehu the picture, she's Indian. I was like, what race is this man? She's like, he's Indian. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was literally just sitting at the table, and I felt he got so flustered when I asked to see a picture of his family, and he wouldn't show it to me. And I was like, okay, well, I don't want you to feel weird. Here's a picture of my family. I'm Black. And I showed him the picture, and he got mad, and he said, he didn't need to show me that. It was just really weird. Even the way he wanted to just like stress about going in about Black culture and Black issues. Black people don't do that unless it's, we're not at dinner just like, how Black are you? This how Black I am. Ooh, this is the level of Black I am. What you fighting for? What's on your rights? We're just not doing that. It was weird. The vibe was giving like Rachel Dolezal. I asked for the check. I said, can we get the check? And I gotta go. And I asked, at the end of the date, I asked him how he thought did he think we were compatible?
What did he say?
Absolutely. I said, did you think this date was good? I just wanted to know because I was so bored from the beginning. Ordered a salad so that I could get finished eating quick. And he said that he thought the date went wonderful. How did I think that it went? I said, this was horrible. This was a horrible date. And so then his response to that was, well, there are things I don't like about you either. And I said, well, why didn't you say that when I asked? And first of all, the question was, what don't you like about me? It was, how do you think this went? This was
that's different.
Yeah, this was so bad that I need you to know.
Excuse me.
You okay? I need you to know how bad this date was because I don't want you to ever call me again. And he was like, and I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be very clear. I don't need to dodge your calls because not one needs to be made after this. This was very weird. And I don't know what all you lying about, but I couldn't find nothing about him being no doctor. I mean, it just, even that added to like why are you saying?
Did he tell you where he went to school or what his specialty was, if he had one? What kind of doctor was he?
He did physical therapy. He said physical therapy. So he went back to school to become a doctor. But I was like, it was just too much explaining. You know when people start explaining things and you know that it's a lie and that's why you're going into every detail before anyone can ask a question about anything because you're trying to hit all your points so it doesn't seem like you're lying? I've lied a lot. So it's like, that nigga was lying. It was the weirdest thing. And we left and I was like, wow, I'm done with the dating apps. These niggas are weird.
Yeah, somebody was asking me like, well, I think it was on Patreon Live. They were like, well, Kiki, how's it going on the app? So I was like, girl, I made that profile that day. We were sitting over there and I was done with it. Like, it's not for me. I don't think that the man that I want is on there.
He's not.
No shade to the men that are on there because some people do find luck. I'm not one of them.
Right. Yeah. I wanted to send Hinge an email. Like,
and say, what was you gonna say?
I wanted to be like, Dear Hinge, why do y'all keep letting people add themselves on this app that are weird? Why do you keep doing this to me? Am I being like, does someone from high school that didn't like me work in HR and they keep sending niggas in my swipe area?
Girl, well, I don't think that would be HR, but they might.
Yeah, I don't know. I also went home to visit my mom and my dad. My sister went home also. My sister's best friend was in a coma, and when we got there, Niche woke up.
That's good.
That is a miracle. It is literally a miracle. This girl has had like 3 heart attacks, a couple different strokes while she was in her coma. We were preparing for her to pass away, and it's still rough, but she's a miracle. Everybody was like, she might not live. And Mecca was like, I can't believe y'all keep saying that. Where's the hope? Where's the hope? Where's the hope? Bitch, we walked into the hospital room. Niche had her eyes open and was blinking out. We were like, is this like part of a coma? Like what? Because they did say her eyes be twitching. I said, Niche, can you see us? And she said, yes, I can see you. And we were like, Niche, you're awake. So we start asking her all these questions. Girl, she done told me I need to get up and out of this so I can find my man. Said Niche. As soon as you can walk, girl, come on, CockTales. We're talking about you woke up out of a coma. You are a miracle. So you probably got miracle pussy. Yeah. It was an amazing trip. I got to spend time with my niece, my dad, my mom. Yeah, Arlington's always interesting.
Yeah, I don't really like going to that place, but
I love going back home.
I don't. I mean, I enjoy my time with my nieces, but I'd be like, I'm ready to go. It's boring.
I had a session with Sir Marvelous.
Oh yeah.
It was incredible. It was different. It was weird, but a
So
good
what
weird.
was it exactly?
It was a BDSM session. So basically, and I really had no idea what I was signing up for. I was just like, this will be great bonus content. So you guys will hopefully get to see the video if it's okay to post according to their guidelines. But yeah, like it was basically like I signed up to be his sub for about 2 hours.
That's how long it
It
was?
was 2 hours. You have to go like he talks to you about stuff, and then when he's done with you, like I got electrocuted and everything. Y'all, it's real. Then he takes you into the recovery room and you like, and then you do a debriefing. Then he rinses you off, like he bathes you. It was a lot going on.
That is a lot.
So y'all will see that video on Patreon. It was a really great experience. I will say that.
If any of our listeners have ever had a session with Sir Marvelous, please tell us.
Yeah, so we can compare stories.
Yeah, because from what Medinah told me she went through, we're just curious to know. Is everybody getting this session or what? I don't know. I just been having sex flashbacks.
That feels
I
so
can't
good.
focus.
Your body jumps and the hair stands up on the back of your neck.
It's just like it's been a long time. A long time. I don't really have any other updates. I do have a story to tell y'all. I probably won't tell you during the cocktail because we have a really long cocktail, but we're just gonna go ahead and move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex is this crazy person from Texas. So this Texas man was charged with child sexual assault, and speaking of dating apps, he was targeting single mothers on Tinder.
Wow.
To get access to their kids. So a man in Texas has been charged with sexual assault of a child, and authorities allege he specifically targeted single moms on dating apps so he could gain trust to get access to their children. Montgomery County Sheriff's Office alleged that the 42-year-old Epifanio, that's the guy's name from Queen of the South.
Epifanio? Wow.
That was like the big boss's name. Epifanio Adolfo Jimenez. That was his name too.
Is it him?
No. Who went by Harley. Harley? How you get Harley from that? But okay, he probably drove one. On dating sites, targeted women with children. While authorities did not name the dating sites, they reveal that he had been doing this for some time. This is given Tinder swindler. It was probably Plenty of Fish too. Lowest of the low. Okay, cops first learned of Jimenez after a 17-year-old girl came forward and alleged that he sexually assaulted her when she was 13. Authorities confirmed that the girl was the daughter of Jimenez's ex-girlfriend, who initially reported her assault to school counselors and later police. The victim claimed Jimenez was drunk when he pinned her to a bed and raped her. And he had been doing that to multiple young girls in the area. Is that not crazy?
That is crazy.
That makes it scary just to date. Like, as a mother, a single mother, I would be so nervous because you want to protect your kids, boys or girls, from whoever else you bring in.
I'm always really shocked at like the people that I've dated who do have kids, how quickly you want someone you're dating in a non-serious way to be around your kids. I don't even do that with my nephew, and he didn't come from my body. Like, I don't have my nephew even around my friends for real. If you're doing too much, if you cussing, if you just not, it's inappropriate. And I think when people are dating with kids, I think it's weird that you were just like, yeah, come meet him. Why? Why am I meeting this little nigga? We both confused.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I am not a mother. I am not. I don't get it.
I don't know. But when's the last time you tried something new sexually?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't feel like I've tried anything new in a while, and I should. I would like to. But then it's kind of like that question when people ask, what's your fantasy? I don't really have a fantasy. I just like fucking.
Do you not have a fantasy because you've done everything? Is that why?
Have I done everything? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe because I used to. Let me think. I used to want to have a threesome, but I've done that so many times. I used to want to record myself having sex. I've done that so many times. That's it.
Have you ever wanted to be involved in a gangbang?
No, it's too many dicks. No.
What about a threesome with 2 guys and you?
No, it's too many dicks. I can only handle one.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Because I be tapping out for real. Like, no. What
I feel
about
like
you?
it does sound exhausting.
What's the last time you did something new?
When I was in Houston, so that was freshly after my BDSM session with Sir Marvelous. And so I was like, I'm going to try some shit. I went to Tokyo Valentino.
Okay.
Bought some supplies. Not really a lot because
What'd
sex
you
toys
buy?
are expensive. I got a blindfold. I got like a quality blindfold so he couldn't see shit through it. Like, bitch, I see you. Got a nice blindfold. I got some oil and I got a massage candle.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try some blindfold Sir Marvelous type of activity on Lieutenant Bang.
So how did it go?
It was hilarious. I was like, we're in the hotel room. And I lit the candles and I would put the blindfold on you and just relax. And like, oh, well, he got a shower first. And I was like, relax and put the blindfold on you. Are you cool with it? He was like, yeah, I'm fine with it. And so I put the blindfold on. He's just cheesing. He's like, he thinks I'm just going to put the blindfold on him and suck his dick. No, Nikki. And so I told him to turn over and I light the candle. He's like, are you lighting something? He's like, well, wait.
He started getting scared.
I said, well, you know what? You're right. Are there any boundaries? He was like, Medina, I am not playing with you. Do not fuck with my butthole. I'm really not playing with you. He was like,
that's the first thing he thought when he heard the lighter?
He was just, because when he got nervous, I didn't want him to be scared, and you can't let your mind relax and even enjoy what I'm about to do because you're worried about if I'm about to burn your dick off or get in your booty hole. And so I said to him, like, you know, what do you not want me to do? And he was like, don't get in my booty hole. I'm really not playing. Don't even get near it. Don't touch my butt. I was like, okay, all right. So I lit the massage oil candle. It's burning. I'm giving him a back rub and I'm acting like he's actually at a spa and I'm like whispering in his ear. I'm like, do you like this, sir? This comes with a happy ending. Like I pour the candle wax on him, but it's oil. Bitch, this nigga,
Did
you
you
would
let
have
it
thought.
cool?
Oh no, I poured it directly from the candle.
What did he do?
You would have. It wasn't that hot. You would have thought that I poured chicken grease on him. He done took the blindfold off. He's like, is that fire? It really wasn't that hot because after he behaved so dramatically, I poured a little bit on me. It wasn't that hot. He was like, yeah, don't do that again. I was like, well, that's all I had on my.
That's all my tricks in my bag.
Trick session. Like I can't do nothing else.
Yeah, so just suck your dick, lay down.
And that's what happened. I was like, well, sir, turn over. Because I'm still in character. I was like, turn over. And I started like massaging. He was like, well, are you just going to suck my, can you just go down there and suck my, it wasn't fun at all. I tried to try something new. Trying new shit with old niggas just ain't it.
Trying new shit, period, is just hard unless you're with a truly sexually adventurous person.
Exactly.
There's a lot of times guys they'll say that they like stuff, but they don't really. I think that most of the time what they mean is they just like having a lot of sex.
But it can be the
Often,
same sex.
Yeah, they want the same routine. Do that thing you did yesterday and the day before that and the day before that and the day before that. But it's like, okay, when I'm trying to do something new, you're all scared about it. I have some of those massage candles and I have yet to use them because they'll talk like they want to use them. But when I'm ready to bring it out, it's like, oh, I'm scared. I'm not going to burn my place down. We at my house. You know?
Why are you scared of a candle?
Like, and then it's like, well, what did you do that you think that I might have found out about that I haven't confronted you about that makes you think that I would hurt you? What you been up to? Now I'm feeling like you've been being sneaky.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, because what are you scared of? Why would I hurt you? And I invited you over for dick and chicken.
Not dick and chicken.
No little oxtail, sushi or something. What's going on? Yeah, it's been a minute since I tried something new, but I think that maybe I just like a variety of people. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was like, do you feel like you can only have sex with one person for the rest of your life?
I don't think I can.
I be saying I can, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't think
because
I can.
it doesn't take much to tempt me.
I have ADD when it comes to these niggas and these
and
women.
Everybody brings something different, and I like them all, and so it's just like, well, why do I have to pick?
You don't.
I don't.
That's the.
I pick who I want.
It's funny that you say that because I have lately started to look at my lifestyle and where it's leading me to, and I'm like, my whole life I wanted to be married and have children.
Right.
And which I'm not counting that out. I'm not like I'm not getting married. I'm not having kids, but I am starting to look at is that really what you want? Because that is not the course that you're on. You're not on that track. Like you're not on the track. Even when I meet nice dudes that are ready for that, bitch, I'm ghosting. Like I'll be gone. Like I told you about that nice guy that I met, and he communicated so well. He sent me that text message that you guys will hear next week. But I'm actually not into that right now. I want to have fun. I want to have fun. I want to have overseas sex. I want to not get so serious with these conversations. Like I was saying, I don't really want to get to know you.
I want to get to know you, but I want to have fun too. I want to have some sex somewhere else with a stamp in my passport. I want to go places. Like, I don't want you to ask me, oh, what do you have to do to get a passport?
Like, imagine sending text messages to and fro with a bae, and you guys are sending like places you want to have sex at. That is sexy.
I think I should do that today.
I actually think I should do it. It could be cities, it could be countries, it could be actual like a bathroom that you liked at this restaurant. Like, oh, this would be really fun for us to
we need to
fucking
put that in the next deck.
That's a good question because it's just fun, and then it sparks adventure time in you, like sex ventures.
I would like some sex adventures. Okay, so let me just tell y'all about my flashback that I keep having because this distracted me and I'm feeling like I'm not very present. So, I told you guys that I haven't been seeing Voodoo Dick. I try to break up with him, but I guess it's just not gonna work.
Don't force yourself. Don't torture yourself.
Well, I wasn't being tortured. I was just exploring other options. Let's be clear. But, I guess absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I did see him this time. He thought I was there the other day. I was like, I literally just posted a photo from a photo shoot. I'm not in town yet, but I will be clocking. He does all the time. And so anyway, he came to visit me. Because I was just right around the corner. Anyway, we had sex and it was so great. Like, that man is just disgusting in the best way. And he's beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful.
It's been a minute since I've been with a beautiful man.
Sorry to you, sister. So he comes to the hotel. I was staying at a hotel. I was just there, like I said, handle some business real quick. He's texting me. He was like, I'm here. I was like, at the door? I didn't hear a knock because I was actually in the bed watching porn and playing with my vibrators. Trying to warm things up. I didn't know how long he was gonna have to stay. This is like 11 a.m. He was at work and the
midday pussy.
Yeah, and so the hotel that I like to stay at is literally around the corner from his job.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, I didn't know that until after one time I stayed there.
Look at God.
I know, right? And so let me tell you what else is in the vicinity. Well, I'll get there. So he comes over. He's like, open the door. I open the door. He wasn't even there yet, but he's walking down the hall. The housekeepers were at the room across the way. When he walks in, he grabs me by my neck like this and was like, bonjour. And so the lady across the hall, she was looking like, what y'all got going? I said, you know what? We put the do not disturb sign. I don't need house cleaning. I'm leaving soon anyway. So he comes in and he's talking to me. I don't know what that man was saying. I was just looking at him like, damn, you fine. And he's taking off all of his clothes and he was coming from work. So he looked really nice. I love a man in a suit. So we're taking off our clothes. And then in the middle of the conversation, I was asking him something and he just went to eat my pussy and it was just great. And he didn't want to stop. And, so obviously I had put my toy to the side. So we're fucking or whatever. And we get in these different positions, but then the mattress is like coming off of the bed thing.
What was y'all doing? It's getting rough.
It was. And I was like, my shins, this kind of hurts. He was like, yeah, mine too. Let's fix this. So he fixes the bed. He was like, come on this side. So the way that room is set up, I did not think about all of the windows. And there's like an office building and a parking deck. And you can see straight into the room. I have my head turned the other way because there's like a window to the bathroom. You know how they'll have the windows in the bathroom so you can see from the bed to the shower?
Yeah.
All glass. So it's like that. So I'm looking at the reflection.
Receiving back shots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I didn't even think about the show that was given whoever was in the parking garage or was at work.
You think people saw?
Yes. definitely, because there was activity. So anyway, I wasn't really worried about that. Whatever. If you saw it, you saw it. You enjoyed the afternoon. So we're having sex and everything is great. And he was running from me, which I like when that happens because usually I'm the one running from him. But he just couldn't take it. It had been a while. I took my She Orgasm drops, which just restocked. I hope you bought yours. I took my drops and everything. It was great. So then we're just laying there. My fucking job starts calling me when we're just trying to lay there and enjoy each other's company after I sucked up all the cum and everything and had a great time. And we're just talking. I was like, so when you come to visit, where should I go to lunch? Blah, blah, blah. So let me tell you about lunch. So I take the work call. We take showers. He goes back to work. And I go to this restaurant he suggested. So a while back, he had told me that he wanted to have a threesome with this chick, right? So he sends me pictures of the girl. He's sending me videos of the girl. He's sending me screenshots of text messages because he's already showed her my pictures, told her everything. I didn't know this girl's name. I didn't think about it. So he was like, go to this place. I'm not telling y'all what it is because I don't want y'all going in there.
Will you tell me secretly?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was like, you haven't been before? It's literally downstairs. And I was like, no, I haven't. It's not the restaurant in the hotel. He was like, no, but it's like right around the corner. Like, come with me. It's around the corner when I walk back to the office. So I go. He gives me some suggestions and I just go to lunch before I have to go back to the passport office. So he texts me and he was like, you're at the girls' bar. I said, what girl?
Am I?
Because the thing I'm thinking is, well, is that why it ain't no niggas in here? Like, it's a girls' bar, not a boys' bar? Like, I didn't know what he was talking about because it's not like we had just talked about the threesome situation. So he was like, the chick with some descriptors in there so I would know who he's talking about that we were supposed to have the threesome with when you
Was
got
she there?
scared. Yeah. So she saw me and texted him because, again, we don't know each other's names. She was like, hey, is the girl in town? Because there's a girl at the bar that looks just like her, but I don't know if it's her or not. So I'm texting him. Anyway, turns out he was like, well, she's about to come over and say something to you. So I said, okay, well, I don't mind being introduced. So she comes over, she introduced herself. And it's so funny because it's like this bitch was sending me videos of her sucking his dick, of playing with her pussy.
Wait, while you were sitting there at the restaurant?
No,
you're saying before. Okay.
And she comes over and she was like, hi, I'm such and such. And I was like, hey. And then she's looking at me like, what's your name? And I forgot she didn't know my name. So I tell her, and she was like, oh, well, did he text you? I said, yeah, he texted me. He told me you were going to come over here. She was like, oh, yeah, well, he said that she wanted this, and it's only available at dinner, but I got you, girl. So I was like, okay. Next thing I know, all kind of shit just starts coming out. My cup is never empty, and I had somewhere to go. This wasn't supposed to be a leisurely lunch. I just wanted to grab a bite. She gives me wonderful treatment. She was really sweet. She comes back. She was like, so what are you doing in town? How long are you here? And I let her know, I'm leaving in the morning, but I'll be back on Saturday.
Did y'all have a threesome?
No, I was leaving.
Oh.
She had to work for the rest of the day. That nigga fell asleep.
She said, let me take care of my boo.
I love it. And I had to tell him thank you too. I said, you really be keeping your hoes in line. And I appreciate you for that.
That's good. That's pretty privileged because he looks good.
He does. Because I was
Yeah.
looking at her like, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, that is just such a beautiful man. I'm going to be thinking about that every week. Well, probably not. Because I met another beautiful man, y'all, while I was out. And
I
we
went on a
just
date with
hope
a
I
beautiful
keep my
man that
legs
is an old
closed.
fling. And
Oh, an old flea. You bringing somebody
old
back from the
fling.
dead.
He brought himself back from the dead. I'm telling you, the more we start popping up in people's timelines, I didn't even know that nigga still followed me. He was like, oh, no, I don't. But like you popped up in my timeline. I was like, that's cool. He was like, I really want to try again with you. And I was like, try
Why?
what again exactly? Like, what do you want to try? Anyways, I let him try because the nigga just fine. Pretty privileged.
I love a fine man. Oh my God.
We went on a date and it just wasn't there. You ever want to like somebody, but for some reason it ain't there? His sex isn't really that good. He just looks good. And he's just a good connect to have. But I'm like, again, do you think we're having fun?
Yeah, that is
Like-
weird when it's like, I am having a horrible time and you're acting like you're enjoying this. Like, have you ever had a good moment in your life? Like, why is this fun to you?
Right. Like where are the social cues lacking? Because when I'm not having fun, it is very noticeable. Like I'm not talking as much, and that's
Yeah.
weird. I'm not laughing. I'm not ordering drinks. I'm ready to go. Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to make this, but he does look so good. So like I like just looking at him. But it's really interesting because when he left, he was like, I wasn't leaving the place yet because it started to get lit. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stay. And he was like, all right, we'll just walk outside with me. So I walked him outside to his car, and we were being super flirty, and he, we gave a hug, and I felt this like I kind of felt like he wanted to kiss. And I was like, oh, I like kissing, let me try. And we gave each other a kiss, and Kiki, it was the most, and he's not an old nigga. He's actually around our age. And he gave me a kiss, and it was the most old man kiss I had ever.
Did he kiss you like a granddaddy?
He kissed me with his lips tight and curled up and rippled like this, and was like, and I
he
found
scared?
myself curling up my lips, and we were just like, and I was like, why are we forcing this?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. And when I walked back in, I was like, does he not like me either, but he just also likes how I look, and we just look good together, and you like that feeling of us looking good together and maybe people complimenting you on your woman, because it doesn't make any sense. I went back in there and started a whole other date with a whole new nigga that happened to be in the establishment. And I was like, it was just really weird. I've never tried to push something so hard. And I feel like he's doing the same thing. And why can't we just say, like, this ain't it?
That's weird.
Very weird, right? Like, I was like, I don't know what it is. Am I feeling it? This is why I like to communicate. Like, niggas be trying to say it's over-communicating, but over-communicating gets you to the bottom of what the shit is. Do you like me, or are you just, like, looking at me?
Because I would like to know that, too. Because
the way he curled them lips in to give me that dry granddaddy-ass kiss, I was like, does my breath stink? Like, I went and smelled. I was like, didn't stink.
That's weird.
It was very weird. But I'm trying to have a threesome in Houston with Lieutenant Bay, and this is very hard.
You want me to send the girl your way?
I mean, you think she
girl?
would mind being passed around like that?
I don't think so at all.
I mean, that would probably be really cool, because I really don't know where. I used to be such a freak. I don't know where to start at. I've changed my hinge to women.
Okay.
And I'm trying to start there, but now all I'm finding is couples that they want me to join. And that's not what I'm looking for. I want to give him a threesome, but I'm like, you're not giving me a lot to work with. He's not fine. Like, to me, he's fine, but like to others, he wouldn't be. How do you deal with it in that case when it's a not so attractive nigga that wants you to bring in a bitch? And this nigga just thinks it's easy. And I'm like, bro, you're not giving when it's supposed to give.
I mean, the only person that really be asking me for for bitches is Voodoo Dick, and he is fine, so.
Well, cheers to you, bitch.
I don't know. And I'll be like, I know you got hoes, just ask one of them. Like, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not your girl.
Well, that's what I told him, and I feel like he thinks I'm gonna get mad. But maybe it is like, you don't want me to
because your voice got deep real quick.
Because maybe you don't want anybody to step out of line, and you're not sure if they would or not.
How they'll act.
Yeah, how they'll act. But I'm about to just tell him, like, or maybe they're not cute. Because I'm a good selling point. You can sell me. Like, even if we go on the date, I'm going to talk. We're going to have a good time. You don't have to worry about we're sitting there and everyone's awkward. If it's awkward, I can break the awkwardness with I know how to host. So it's like, I don't know what to do. I would love to do it, but we can't.
I wonder what you should do. You should ask Twitter.
Okay.
Ask Twitter. Get the conversation
what do you do
going.
if you want to have a threesome with an ugly nigga?
Does he follow you on Twitter?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. He's old.
My mama be on Twitter.
Oh, your mama different though.
She be on Twitter, TikTok, everything. Like, why y'all still on Instagram? That shit's old.
But the good thing is he will spend money, and the sex is good.
Okay. So you have to focus on that. But I also think a lot of girls don't really care that much if they can get something out of it. You might just have to flat out say, I'll give you $500.
Okay.
Or, whatever their price is.
Or maybe I should stop using him as the selling point and just use me as a selling point.
Yeah.
Like, I want to have a threesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so worried about making sure all the pieces.
So what do you say? Like, I want you to fuck my man and me.
Well, when I hit up my girlfriend Day. She lives in Houston, and I was like, could you set up? I want to have a threesome with my dude, and can you help me with that? And she was like, oh yeah, I got you. And then she never sent anybody. And I think it's maybe the tone that I'm saying. Maybe I'm already setting it up for failure. Like, it sounds like I'm saying, but he's ugly.
Stop saying that.
Okay.
They're just gonna have to find out later.
Okay. So don't paint the. Okay.
I mean, what can he do for them? Because a lot of girls, it's like, okay, he might be ugly, but I don't really care. A lot of girls prefer a less attractive man. I'm not one of those girls, but a lot of them prefer that.
Okay.
Think about it.
I really would like to make this happen the next time I'm in Houston.
You need to go to a club where the young girls are. Like,
does he need to come with me?
Yeah, probably, because you don't want to surprise him. Like, And you're just gonna have to flirt with the girl in front of him and be like,
Okay.
you should come with us.
Okay. Hands on.
Hands on. You might have to kiss a bitch in the club.
Okay. I really wanted it to be like a curbside experience, but okay.
A curbside experience.
Yeah, like I wanted it to already be like, we have the plan, come over.
Well, girl, it don't sound like you know no real hoes to have your curbside experience. And I don't have any for you. I'm just trying to tell you, you know, what you might be able to do. Now, yeah, I don't know. I can ask the girls I know if they have friends.
Okay.
Because that would probably be weird for me to pass you the girls that I fucked with
That would be
out
weird.
there.
And then could you imagine there's like a whole hashtag going around, Kiki and Medina are passing bitches around.
That's not a bad hashtag. Whatever. Are we getting passed or are we doing the passing?
I mean, look,
I'd rather have
what
the upper
angle-
hand in the situation. I'm just saying. But yeah, I didn't hang out with that girl either that you drunk text from my phone. I forgot about that.
I don't even remember. What'd I say?
You said something like, I have a question, ...
Why is it all coming back to me? We were drunk.
We were drunk that day.
See, that's why I can't go to Sea Salt like that. Cause
That's why I can't go out with you. Because it's just giving 2013, 2014 vibes. And I am too old to be getting that drunk.
But the crazy thing is, it be you. You'll be like, let's take a shot.
It is me. But you'll be like, okay. A lot of my other friends be like, bitch, pass me the blunt. I don't want to smoke.
I just said that last night at my friend's party. My friend Chanel was like, if there is one person who's going to take the shots, no matter what, even if we've had too many, Medina's going to be like, I'll go ahead. I don't want to
When I got there, y'all, Medina was drunk. She had that face like, And I was talking, I was like, she ain't retained none of this, but let me just say it now. Maybe some things she'll remember. Okay. Yeah, drunk times. But we're going to have to do it again because we're on Operation Hope Mission because we are bringing out some good shows this summer, okay? And I'm not playing about it.
I'm not mad at it.
My homegirl just texted me and said, I just sent the bat signal to the Africans on Twitter that you can cook friendship.
Ooh,
Amen. Thank you, sister.
Come on, Suya. All right, y'all. We're going to move on to Indecisive Diane. When we come back, we have some advice for you.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
If you want a good table, they got live music. No, they don't. They just got good music, good food, nice furniture. Have a good time.
All right, and now it's time for the advice. If you guys have a question that you would like to ask us on the show, email it to us, askcocktails@gmail.com. And if you're coming to one of our live shows and would like to ask a question in person, you can send it to us ahead of time so we can kind of screen it and just put the city that you're going to in the subject line.
Okay, first one. Hello, beauties.
Woo! This is long.
I am much older than you ladies. I'm 45, but I still feel like so much of what you talk about on your show is relatable content. Good. So I'm calling on your wisdom for advice on a dilemma I'm facing. We got 45-year-old bitches asking us for advice. We doing something right. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I've been married for 14 years and I have 3 beautiful children. My marriage
Aw.
has been filled with lots of highs and lows. If judged solely by social media, I'm in a happy and thriving marriage. The truth of the matter is I'm sexually turned off, emotionally tapped out, and tired of arguing, especially in front of my kids. That was until I recently reconnected with my high school boyfriend. We started conversing I'm so glad you didn't say conversate, via Facebook. That turned into hours and hours of nonstop texting, to lunch meetings, to hotel meetups, to sneaking away for quality time anytime we could get away. He's also married, but we live in neighboring cities, so we were able to see each other quite frequently. When we were together many years ago, our love was perfect. We never argued. We had perfect communication, mutual respect, and so much passion. The only reason we split up is because he went away to the military and I went away to college. Maintaining the relationship was too painful for both of us. We both married and divorced young. Now we are on marriage number 2 and equally miserable with our spouses. I'd be so sad if you found this on the computer of your spouse. When we make love, it feels like our souls are intertwining. I took advice from the show you did with Yoga Bay and made a note to focus on my breathing. The last time we were intimate was the most magical experience ever. Thank you so much for that tip. Anyway, the sex is amazing. He's romantic. He's empathetic. He knows how to fix things. And he's fine as fuck. My dream man. The problem is that he wants to move forward with our relationship and leave his wife. Ooh. This leaves me feeling paralyzed with fear. You should be paralyzed with fear because that's when niggas start telling. They're like, I'm going to tell, so you better make a decision. Even if you do make a decision, I'm telling still. He has a house he bought on his own before marriage, and he's willing to just walk away. I have assets that have accumulated with my husband, and he's a very vindictive and petty person. So I'm sure he will take me through hell and back if I decide to leave. My lover and I both make good money, but the thought of starting over financially at this stage in my life terrifies me. Also, I don't want to sell my house. I want it to be generational wealth for my kids. Oddly, I feel like my kids will thrive seeing me move on. They deserve to see their mother in a healthy, loving, and respectful partnership. But you never know how kids will react, so that's also a worry I have. My friends are all married to my husband's friends. My parents are deceased, so I can't confide in anyone about what I'm going through. Mainly, I want to live the rest of my life having hot sex, growing, evolving, and living in peace with the man of my dreams. However, I don't want to be poor and cause my kids emotional distress. Interested to know your opinion. Signed, Smitten and Scarred.
Damn.
You know, sis, and she has like these questions and then she has her answer. And then she has another question and then she has her answer. And it's crazy because it really seems like you need to go on a retreat and get one with yourself and really meditate on this. Maybe come to Paradise and Vibe. We going to Morocco in June. Because you end it with, I want to live the rest of my life having sex, growing, evolving, living in peace. That sometimes takes a step on faith. You have to sometimes just step out. And what if you do it and you're not poor? What if you do it and you have a great experience from it? Like, I am a believer in that side of it, not the I'm going to sit here and be unhappy because of the what ifs, because the what ifs could be a positive what if. And it seems like you are about to cheat on your husband. Like, it seems like you're a breath. Yeah, you're cheating on your husband. And I feel like if you get caught doing that, what's that nigga gonna do then?
Yeah. This is a tough one. I too don't want to be poor.
Me neither.
So I get it, but that's not it seems like you're so unhappy. And like Medina said, what's going to happen if you get caught? And then it's like, maybe you're miserable in your relationship, right? But your actual husband, how does he feel? Have you talked to him?
What if he's miserable too?
What if he is? Why can't you guys just go your separate ways? I mean, I don't know if you have like a shitty prenup or something. Or what could be done, but I think that you need to leave him, because what's going to end up happening is, if your husband is not cheating on you too, and you're the only one that's cheating, and those kids find out, your world is going to start crumbling.
You're going to be the villain.
Because then your kids are going to say, our mom fucked stuff up, daddy going to be bitter. I don't know what's going to happen with you and your mister over here on the side. I think that you should just take a leap of faith. You don't have to be poor, though, just because y'all break up.
You don't. And, you know, you said y'all both make good money, you and the cheatee. So, like, I think you'll be fine. And also, sometimes I love and respect that you are so concerned about your kids. I wonder how old those kids are, because, girl, fuck them kids. They'll be fine. It's better to see your mother in a happy, healthy relationship, like you just said, than seeing her so unhappy. And then that spills
kids notice.
Yeah, and then it spills into their relationships when they become adults. Now they don't know how to show affection. Now they're settling for things that they shouldn't be. And that's going to be your fault. So I agree with Kiki. I think talk to your husband, and maybe y'all can mutually decide to end things. Maybe he can be like, hey, look, I don't want to get a divorce, but go live your life and see if this is what you really. Maybe he'll be okay with the open marriage. Maybe he won't, but
probably
maybe he
not.
will.
But you never know.
But you need to talk to that nigga you cheating with, because whether you want him to know or not, he about to know from the side piece.
Yeah.
So get that under wraps.
Yeah, you gotta wrap it up. Okay, so I think we need to save the other advice in that long ass cocktail for next time, and I'll just read the short cocktail.
Got you.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the cocktails.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so it's nothing. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If
So if you have a cocktail that you would like to share on this show because you've been having sex flashbacks and can't focus, send it to us. CockTales@atl@gmail.com. Okay, so this one says, I came 29 times for my 29th birthday. God damn. Are you for real? I don't know if I believe that. Okay. Hey, ladies, aka besties in my head. I've been listening to the show for over a year and some change now, and you guys are amazing. My name is Day. I don't care about being anonymous because the world needs to know I'm finally getting the good dick I deserve. So me and my sneaky link turned bae have been fucking with each other for over 6 years. God damn. That's like me. Okay. Have been fucking with each other for over 6 years now and have never had a bad sexual experience. This particular cocktail happened the night before, or the night of my 29th birthday. It was during the week, and I still had work the next day, so we didn't go anywhere special that night. He comes over to my place smelling like my favorite cologne, Marijuana, by the drug dealer and toxicity.
I thought you were about to really give it like a company
A real
name.
one. Yeah. We started off playing a few different fun drinking games, and before you knew it, I was squirting all on my couch. Damn, I hope it was leather. We went upstairs, and he threw me on the bed, had my feet by my ears, and started eating my pussy, then easing down to my booty. Ooh. He starts fingering my pussy while sucking my clit, and I squirted all over his face. He wipes his face and pulls me to the edge of the bed and slides his big juicy dick in my tight, dripping wet pussy. With each slow stroke, I'm getting wetter and wetter. He starts talking to me like, this pussy feels so fucking good. Oh, shit.
I thought it was me. I was like,
You know, it's my dinner time. It's when I got to get fed, y'all. Getting wetter and wetter. He starts talking to me like, this pussy feels so fucking good. I started whispering in his ear, you love this wet ass pussy, don't you? He starts going to Pound Town. Then I start tightening my pussy. He moans out, fuck, and pulls out before he comes and starts eating my pussy again, which is also known as running. I know that girl. We fucked for what felt like hours in a good way. He eased his dick in my ass and that shit felt so fucking good. Once he knew I was ready for him to go a little faster and deeper, he did. That shit felt amazing. He made me squirt from my pussy and I damn near died. We did so many positions and went for so many rounds. My bed was soaked. I had to ask him, did he take a gas station pill? To this day, he says he didn't, but all I know is he did it like it was my fucking B-day. This is what I had on when he pulled up. Oh, she sent a picture. I can't share that. It's not on here.
oh.
I don't know what she had on, but thanks, sis. I'm glad that you're finally getting the dick that you deserve for your 29th birthday. What a lovely birthday present.
What a lovely birthday present. Congrats to you.
Yes, congratulations. Anyway, you guys, make sure that you check out the links in the description box for our sponsors, for live show tickets and all of that good stuff.
Make sure you get the card game. Go to I'mCuriousToKnow.com. Purchase it. That link will be in the description also, but I just wanted to reiterate. Get the game, ho.
Yeah, and sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales, and follow us on Instagram. We are at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Bean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. Bye. Bye.